I'm here at Revolution Training with the owner, Ahmad Mickens. We go back a long time.
In a minute.
Yes, it has. So what made you decide to start Revolution Training?
What made me start Revolution Training? I came to Connecticut about 25 years ago. Mm-hmm. I heard it was an opportunity to do personal training here. And, as a young man in school, went to school for business, I wanted to start my own business. But I had gotten to personal training and I knew that that is what I was going to do my business in. And I came into Connecticut, to Greenwich, Connecticut, started training as a personal trainer, just sharpening up my skills, doing my research in the area. I knew that I wanted my modality in fitness was going to be boxing. So once I got up enough skill, clientele, I started researching spaces and gyms, and then it just was like, once you plant that seed in the universe that you want to do it, things just start unfolding in front of you. I can't tell you how or why, but it just started unfolding.
I have to say congratulations, because you've been
years.
in business. That's amazing. 20 years. And there's been a lot of businesses that have not survived that long.
Unfortunately, right? Unfortunately, because it is a saying that most businesses, if they are going to fail, it would be within the first 5 years. Mm-hmm. And to say that we've been here for 20 years, still going strong, Revolution Training, and then RF Youth Boxing, still 20 years strong, helping out the community. To know that we started in a 400 square room, subleasing from another gym, and then to expand to where we are now, here at 18 Elmcroft Road in Stamford, Connecticut, in our own space, just running programs, delivering fitness the way I envisioned it is a big deal.
And now you mentioned RF Youth Boxing. So what exactly is RF Youth Boxing? Yeah. What exactly is RF Youth Boxing?
RF Youth Boxing is a community-based program that gives underserved youth a safe and productive space to spend their after school and summer times. So we give kids right here at 18 Elmcroft Road in Stamford, Connecticut, kids can come here, they can train, they get mentored, they get exposed to relationships and people and experiences they may have never gotten exposure to. And that's one of the things that we pride ourselves on, because boxing is one of those unique sports, one of those unique modalities of fitness where it brings people from every social economical background together because they have one common interest, right? They love boxing. Everybody in this gym loves boxing. So you may have a lawyer or a CEO right next having a boxing conversation with a youth that probably can't afford to even pay a membership. No one knows anyone's socioeconomical situation. They just come together.
People coming together,
Come together, yes, one common goal.
So when you talk about the youth program, what are the kids that come into the program, what are they like?
So youth that come to us, they're youth that they're seeking something, right? Whether they're seeking mentorship, they're seeking guidance. Because I was one of those youth, right? I grew up in Newark, New Jersey, and I didn't have role models that looked like me. And to have a place that you can come into where you have role models that mirror the same individuals that's coming into here. And it's not only for them, but it's for everybody. You got males that's here, that's productive, supportive, emotionally competent, that's helping these kids navigate some of these issues that they're dealing with in their everyday life. And we're teaching them how to fight, right? Not just always the physical sense, how to stand up, how to be present, how to fight for something that matters to them. The
RF Youth Boxing program is doing phenomenal work for the youth in the community. What made you decide to start that program? Initially,
that wasn't my initial goal, right? My initial goal was to start Revolution Training, to be empowered, to be in business for myself. But you know how it is when the universe calls you to do something, you answer the call. And traditionally, boxing gyms have always been where the disenfranchised, underserved usually gravitated towards. And that was the case when I started Revolution Training. A group of kids came into the gym and they were really intrigued, but of course they couldn't afford the membership. And I was just like, you know what? If you guys commit to being here every day, if you stay consistent and you commit, then I'll commit and I'll show up for you guys. And that's what happened. They started coming in at 3 to 5 because that's the time where usually in fitness, people are not in the gym. So I had that free time and I would give it to the youth And then they started inviting friends, and then more kids start coming. The YMCA, the Boys and Girls Club, the Chester Anderson Center, all these organizations, Youth and Family Services, Juvenile Probate, all these organizations saw the work that we were doing. They were sending youth to us to help them because they saw how we were turning the youth out, how we were teaching them, how we were mentoring them, how we were breathing life in them. And that's the reason why, because it's also programs like this that has helped me. So although that wasn't my intention initially, I was able to lean back on the same things that helped me become who I am, and and then give it back to the youth and pay it forward.
Well, I could say you certainly have done that, because the youth program has touched so many lives. You've made impacts to a number of different people. And one in particular that I know is Chordale Booker.
Yes.
So for those who don't know, Chordale Booker is a professional boxer. From Stamford, Connecticut.
For a world title.
Right.
Was the #1 2016 #1 boxer, amateur boxer in the country. Was the #1 in Olympic trials, and also your son. It was a youth that we had something that he needed, right? He was looking for some mentorship, some guidance. He had a dream that he wanted to be a pro boxer. Yeah. And he showed up at the gym, and initially I didn't know that was his goals. I just thought it strange that a young guy his age was taking these adult classes and coming to the gym and staying so long. And I was like, well, he's so young. Why is he still in this gym? He should be out in the street having fun and doing stuff. And so I had a conversation with him. And he told me his goals. And me, because I had so much experience training different fighters and stuff like that, I wanted to test him out and see, was he about what he was saying? And I did. He passed that test with flying colors, and it's all history now. This kid has shown up. He has taken all the guidance and everything that I had to give, and is now turning around and giving it back. So he's paying it forward. So we've created this engine, right? This place for you that will hopefully be here for years to come, constantly giving it forward, constantly bringing kids in. Chordale's at the helm. He's been training fighters. He had 3 Golden Glove champions this year alone. So he took the recipe and just took it forward.
Which I think is just such a great, rewarding thing, and that speaks volumes to you, your leadership, the mentorship that you've done, because this place has been more than just a boxing gym. It's like you've created a community.
Oh, absolutely.
And you see that, and the people who come to the gym actually feel that. They feel part of a community, not just coming into the gym.
Yeah, it's not just a gym. And people ask me that from time to time. What makes you special? It's all the personalities that's here. We are ourselves. We are supportive. We encourage. We breathe life in each other, and it's truly a family. No one who's ever stepped into this gym can say otherwise. It is truly a family. You come in, you're gonna get supported. You're gonna get encouraged. You're gonna get guidance, and I think that's what makes us unique. And because we are all ex-professional athletes, we preach consistency. We know how that can help a young person be their best self. We show them, just be consistent, show up, be consistent, do what you say, stand on your word. Those type of things that we preach to each other, to our youth. People feel that when they come in, feel the character.
Yeah, and I will say that, people who hear outside that hear boxing, they're thinking, oh, it's just physical, it's like a combat sport. But what they don't understand is the commitment and what you instill, in individuals, and it's something that they carry over and they become a different person.
Absolutely. And I mean, there's a lot of stereotypes with boxing, right?
It
can be intimidating because you see what you see on TV and stuff like that. But I can tell you that probably 90% of the people that comes to boxing gyms don't get in the ring. But they do benefit from all the things that the ones who get in the ring benefit from. They benefit too. They benefit by witnessing these individuals train hard, be consistent, show up and fight, But all of the classes and everything we do around here is to build that, to reinforce it in individuals, right?
Yeah.
Whether your goal is to just lose some weight, you're being encouraged by professional fighters. Hey, did you hit your goal? You know, so the support and the systems that we have in place here is just family. Like having that family that's going to support you. We didn't all have that.
Right.
And we don't all come from that. But you will get that when you come here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'll also say that now with Chordale, he was a little bit different because he didn't start boxing at a younger age, because most of the elite boxers, the professional boxers who are at that top, I would say top 20 in the country, usually start like 5-6 years old. Absolutely. He didn't start until he was 18.
He was 18.
And then when we would go to tournaments, when you guys would go to tournaments and you were competing in amateurs and you were traveling all over the place, other coaches would show up with like a team of boxers. Shoot, they would have as many as like 10 kids or something.
Yes, absolutely.
And you would show up with one.
Yeah.
And you didn't get paid.
Yeah.
You just made the sacrifice and probably lost money because you were leaving your place of business to go travel all over the country and sometimes out of the country. Yeah. So what made you commit to that? Because that's such a commitment and a dedication that a lot of people wouldn't have, because you didn't just talk the talk, you walked it. Right. And you were there for him. I mean, yeah. You know, I can attribute that to how I was brought up, but I'm also, that's just the type of person that I am, and that's the type of person that I would like to inspire others to be. When you make a commitment, you stand by it. You stand by it. You know what I mean? You know, you're not doing it for any selfish reasons, but to put good out in the world. But not only that, I was inspired because I'm watching a kid, a youth, a young man come in and be committed, show up every day, work hard, be receptive to information and listen and stuff like this. And this is a kid that, you know, was going through some things at the time. So that was inspiring to me, and that helped me stay committed and stay focused. Where I say, you know what, I need to walk the walk and show up and show this kid, be an example for this kid. And you know, yes, he started kind of late in the game, but you know, it's something that I would tell him. I said, you know, the guys that you're gonna be going up against, they probably start at 8 years old, like 10 years. I said, in those 10 years, I want you to think about this, right? In those 10 years, they threw 1,000,000 punches and you're starting at 0. But most of the time, they're working out for like 1 hour. I said, so you got to put in twice the work. You got to try to get your 10,000 hours. You got to try to catch up as much. When they're sleeping, you need to work. And he did. He showed up and he showed that commitment and that work ethic so much so that at times I would have to say, go home. Give your body a rest. And so it's that level of commitment and focus that inspired me to stay consistent, to stay on him. And he's like a son to me. So, you know, we have those little frictions and stuff like that at certain points, but it was like the love that we have and the commitment that we both shown each other, we were able to continuously grow. Yeah. Both of you guys have such a history together. And I know Ahmad has been a tremendous impact on you. You've been a tremendous impact on Ahmad. Chordale, what would you say was the biggest thing that Ahmad noticed in you before you even noticed it yourself?
Something that I can remember was when he asked me to write my goals down. And I still remember, actually, I don't know where that paper is. He probably still has it somewhere. I said I wanted to win the Golden Gloves. But I was talking about New York. I was in New England. But I didn't know there was a separation between like Golden Gloves. I thought everybody fought in Madison Square Garden. In chasing that, I won the New England Golden Gloves. And I was like, when do I end up at Madison Square Garden? And he was like, you don't. You done here. And I'm like, oh. All right, well then I gotta go fight in New York because that's important to me. And in that, we went to the World Championships, Ringside World Championship. When I got there, I fought the #2 in the country at the time. And I lost to him in a split decision. And I never said I wanted to be #1 in the country. And I remember walking back and I was already crying because I lost. I hate losing. So I was walking back to the corner, I started tearing up. And he came up the stairs like, change your fucking goals. And that's not his personality. His personality is more reserved, chill, quiet, talk to you. So when he did that, it was like shocking to me. That's why I never forgot it. It was something that I got out the ring. He's like, yo, you need to change your goals. Because if that's number 2, you could be number 1. Because I only went there as an novice. I wasn't even an open class fighter yet. I had fought 1 open fight, but I only had 8 or 9 fights. And then from there, I was like, all right, well, I want to be number 1 in the country. And then I became number 1 in the country. And I was like, oh, I want to go pro. And he brought the paper back out and he said, you don't want to go to us. And I'm like, wow. So that's a long story, but it is do what you say you're going to do, 1. 2, give everything all you got and be consistent. Show up for yourself. I mean, there's so many lessons in just that story that if I got to spoon feed it to you, it's too late for you anyway. Sorry.
What's the funniest memory that you guys have that happened here in the gym?
In the gym?
In the gym.
I mean, it's hard to say because it's like those, the barbershop atmosphere here. It's like, it's constant. It's all the time. We always like making jokes.
You guys are a bunch of clowns.
Joking on each other and stuff like that. Playing, debating over everything. Like, it's like we debate over things that we might even agree on. We'll just be the antagonist for the next person, just to get an argument going, just to get each other riled up. So it's like constant. I mean, it's so many funny things, man. We got so many characters in the gym. And I mean, we've been all over the world. Like,
I remember you guys used to always debate, like, who was the best basketball player? Was it
what's the best era of basketball?
Yeah, Michael Jordan or...
and that's another thing. We both might agree on that. We'll still find a way to debate something around that.
Y'all know who Vin Baker is. He said Vin Baker was on the same level as Kevin Durant.
He was like Kevin Durant back in the day.
And that's what I'm saying. But let the people debate.
I mean, debates we have over stuff like that.
And then sometimes I'll be like, I don't know how I let him coach me. He thinks it's ridiculous. But he's a great boxing coach. He makes bad decisions when it comes to basketball.
What would you say has been your biggest disagreement?
I could say one of our biggest disagreements we had was his weight, the weight classes that he wanted to fight at. And this is so much with parents, right? You having a vision for something, your child, or you having a vision for somebody, but that's yours. That has nothing to do with the reality of things, right? He was growing as a young man, so his body, he ain't have the same body he had when we first started. Yeah. He started growing and he's telling me like, yo, I can't do it. I'm like, yes, you can. You're just not trying hard enough. You need to do more. And it was a moment in time where we was really bumping heads on that.
So what was it? You wanted him to be at what weight class?
I wanted him to stay at the weight class he was at.
Yeah, we were at 152 and I wanted to fight 165. I was actually, because at the time I could make 152, I could eat whatever I wanted. But then I started actually being strict with my diet, counting calories, getting abs, doing every type of diet fad to try to make 152. And I'm like, yo, I still can't do it. So even when I started eating like cleaner, I still got heavier. Like I was like 161. I'm like, yo, it's not even working. I'm just getting stronger. And I told him like, yo, listen, if I gotta fight 152, I quit boxing. I mean,
it got to that
point. I gotta fight 165.
Yeah.
Like, and he's just like, all right, well, we'll see how you do. And then I won the tournament in the summertime. He didn't really like that I was exchanging with them, but we worked on that, more boxing. And then we fought 2 more tournaments. I won one, I lost the other one, came in the finals. And then Nationals came around and we won Nationals. So I was like, yeah. Right. It was like that moment where, I told you.
Yeah.
But I was glad that we, it was a good thing for us to have that dialogue and that pushback, because at the end of the day, it's what made us grow. Because we had to make a decision as a team. And even though he didn't agree with it, he still supported me. And like he knew now how much I really couldn't make 152 that I was like, yo, I won't leave you as a coach and go with somebody else. I'll stop boxing. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to leave you. I don't want to go train with somebody else. Yeah. But what I will do is just stop fighting.
Yeah.
And see that.
And I knew he was serious then.
Yeah.
I was just like,
and that speaks so much value with the commitment of the two of you, because you have so many different fighters that change coaches. Yeah. And coaches move around all the time.
Yeah.
But here it is, you're so dedicated and committed that it's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So.
But if I was the type of person that would have been like, well, just like would
Yeah,
that
but that's
would
not
I
true.
been?
Yeah.
But you get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So our thing was like, I think I truly want to see him be great, and he knows that. But he had to show me like, yo, bro, I'm not bull crapping you. I'm telling you the truth, and I had to like sit back and do a self-assessment. Like, yo, he right. Like, this is his journey. He's telling me what he wants, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was definitely a growth moment for us.
Well, now that I have both of you together and you've done so much from where you come from over 10 years ago to where you are now, what's the next thing for the two of you?
Making it to a world title. My goal for us is just getting back there and actually winning one. I don't care if I win it one time. I just want to be number one like I was as an amateur.
Yeah, that's the next phase, and and it go above and beyond boxing, right? Like we gonna grow old together.
There you go.
I'm a grandfather now. He's a father now. So, it's the sky's the limit. We'll continue to inspire and touch people with our story and just do it the right way, showing people how to show up for one another the right way. So, that's what I see the future for us and this community we've built.